What is up, everybody? It has been a crazy week with lots of chaos, and this week is not even over. But hey, that's what we're here for. We're going to find some common sense in this uncommon world, and we're going to find some comfort in this chaos. In this episode, we're going to talk about a special topic, the Super Bowl. Yes, the Super Bowl, the exciting football game. Why are we talking about it? Because it was just so exciting. Yeah, it wasn't. I was very bored, but that's not what we're going to talk about. I was so surprised that I'm seeing all these reactions and everyone having their opinion about the halftime show. Let's find some common sense in this because I too have an opinion and I am human and you and I are both human. So yes, we're entitled to our own opinion. We all saw the Super Bowl. We all saw the halftime show and I want to get into it and share my thoughts. Let's get into this together. What do you guys say? All right, that's all I need to hear. Let's do it. Hey guys, thank you all so much. Appreciate all the love and the support you guys have showed me and showed the channel. And hey, if you haven't already, hit that like button. If you're brand new, welcome to Comfort and Chaos, where we find some common sense in an uncommon world, guys. Links all in description down below, guys. Get yourself some cool merch or follow me on Instagram. Check on me so I can check on you. Without further ado, let's get on with this. Here we are. Yet again, another form of chaos that's just kind of pounded into our algorithms since Super Bowl Sunday. All right. It blows my mind that we are so reactionary now as a society. Have you noticed that? We are not quick to logic, but we are quick to react. We are quick for judgment. We are quick for those clicks, for the likes, for the shares, and the algorithm. And it seems like that's just how society is now being molded into. Our minds only react that way. And it irritates the crap out of me. We see it now because you can take a simple event and it gets politicized on both sides. It just irritates me. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to offend you guys. It's not what this is about. I'm trying to bring a common sense approach. So regardless of your thoughts, let's engage, interact, learn, and have a conversation because that's how you grow. There's always something to learn from a conversation. So Super Bowl Sunday. Let me tell you, Super Bowl already was very boring. I'm just going to be straight up. That's what this episode is. It's my opinion. I'm sorry if that offends you guys, but you're human. I'm human. We both have them. Okay. You may like ketchup on your French fries. I may like mustard on my French fries. Life goes on. Thank you. We'll continue to find comfort in this chaos together. Either way, we're eating freaking French fries. So there you go. So Super Bowl, it was very boring right off the bat. I will tell you the game, I wasn't too interested in the teams. Seattle, not really my team. Patriots, definitely not one of my teams because they're one of my team's rivals. I'm a Miami Dolphin fan. You guys know this. And guess what? I wasn't so involved. But you know what? I love football. I love the sport. I love the commercials. And Super Bowl has always been that good event that you can just get with friends and family and enjoy a game, barbecue, grill, have some beers, and just have a good time. And that's what I did. I mean, I enjoyed it. I actually went to a Super Bowl. I got invited by some friends, went to a Super Bowl party, and we had a good time. Now, the game, though, somebody who's a football fan, was very boring. It was very slow. There wasn't even a touchdown to the second half. But I will tell you this. I was very interested in the halftime show. So the halftime show, Bad Bunny. Yes, once he was announced, I'm not going to lie. As a Latino, I loved it. Bad Bunny, I loved the announcement. I thought it was really cool. Everything is politicized. There's some common sense factors that you have to understand here. A lot of people were disgruntled about Bad Bunny being selected, but here's the thing. Here's the common sense approach here that you guys got to understand on why he was selected. And let me tell you this. So, look at the data. Look at the actions. Do your own analysis. Let's come with a logical approach. What has the NFL been doing this past season? What actions and behaviors have they executed this past season? Yes, you saw an increase in games. They had more games in the season. Not only that, they also added international games. Do you know why? Comment down below if you know why. I want to hear your thoughts. Why do you think the NFL played, 7 games? Let me ask the producers. 7 games? Gosh, you guys don't even pay attention. It was about 7 to 9 games. Fact check me, comment down below. They played some games overseas, different countries. And this isn't the first time. They've done this before, but now this has been the first time that it has been so widely focused. Not to mention, guess what was announced almost right after Super Bowl? The NFL is now going to play 11 games. Now they're upping the international games. They're going to play 11 games overseas next season, to include one of them being a divisional matchup. That's a big one. That's a divisional rivalry game. Now, you got to ask yourself, why are they doing this? Why did they make that decision? Well, let me tell you, it's a business. Money talks. We're talking billionaires who have really smart people with these large salaries to make these really smart decisions so they can make more money. That's right. So the NFL has come to realize that they have a market, an international market, which leads to more money. So all those games they play overseas, they get more money. And every time they fill up those stadiums, especially those overseas stadiums, they get more money. And that comes with endorsements. That comes with everything they bring to those communities, to those countries overseas. So then the NFL realizes, hey, our end state is to be internationally branded, not national branded like the NFL, National Football League, but now we want to brand ourselves in an international sector. We want to infiltrate that just so we can compete with, of course, football, the original football, FUT football, which is one of the widest. I mean, literally in the military, I've traveled to so many countries, and there's literally 3 common denominators in every country I've been to. Those 3 common denominators, you want to know what they are? Comment down below. I'll wait. Nope, you're wrong. That's a good guess. But it is coffee, wine, and football. Yes, the soccer kind. What we here in America know as soccer, it is football. And I mean, I have literally, it's like everybody knows that sport. Everybody knows that league. Everybody has their favorite football player. They have their favorite team, even if it's another country. And I mean, I will tell you this. I have seen it from third world country villages, literally kids out there playing soccer. I'll be out there with them and they're playing soccer or football. Even these big CEOs and big corporate towns in all these other countries as well. No matter if you're first class or middle class or even the bottom class, everyone loves the sport of football and they have a passion and they're willing to invest in that. Not only emotionally, but financially. That means money. And the NFL has now jumped on that market. And that's what they're trying to exploit and take advantage about. And they're on their way to doing it. If you look at the data, follow the data, look at the data and you will see all the revenue they brought in from this last season. So now what are they doing? They're increasing that. It's one of the most watched games internationally. Yes, if you also notice, the NFL, they always show panoramic camera views of everyone watching the game in different locations around the United States, to include military. They show them when they're watching the game, like they used to show, remember the clips of soldiers watching in Afghanistan, Iraq, or whatever? Yes, but guess what else they showed? They showed Germany. They showed London. They showed Brazil. You know what that means? They are trying to exploit that market, international, because it brings more money. That's right. So that being said, guys, Bad Bunny was selected because, think about it, of all the entertainers, if you were Good Al and you had to make a choice and try to figure out who can we put as the halftime show entertainer that has such a broad fan base internationally, yes, keyword, internationally, that will satisfy the intent of being the entertainer for the Super Bowl, but 2, kind of opening that door to bring more people, more viewers, more clicks, more likes, more support, broaden our fan base for what our plans, what we want to do next season, the season after that. So who else do they pick? Bad Bunny. Why? Because Bad Bunny is one of those entertainers that literally you go to any country will easily be known. Easily. And there were people who just moved to his music. Now, granted, I'll be honest with you. As a Latino, I like Bad Bunny songs. I get down and you hear it and you just kind of start bobbing around and you're like DTMF and dude, I get it. I'm into that. Now, granted, if you were to ask me to recite some of those lyrics, I'm probably not going to know, but that's just what it is. He's just one of those entertainers that knows how to get you to move to the music, and therefore now you like it, and you're going to download it on Spotify. You're going to get that song, and guess what? Now his streams go up. So he was the guy, and that's why he was chosen. Bad Bunny, if you look at some of the guys literally traveled the world and puts on random shows. I personally experienced him pulling up in Honduras, okay, and literally pulled up on the roof of a gas station and did a little concert. And I mean, it went crazy. That's how crazy this guy is and how much of an entertainer he is and how passionate his fans are for his music. There's such an international passion for his music, and the NFL knew that, so they capitalized because it brings more money. And that is the only motive in that decision. It wasn't to politicize anything. It wasn't to backlash. It wasn't that, okay? Now, that's the why, okay? That's why he was selected. Now, for his show. Now, granted, my opinion of Bad Bunny, first things first, if you are looking to these entertainers and influencers as people who you want to bring into your circles and make your role models, I'm going to tell you right now, that's the wrong answer. If you are focusing all your energy to follow these influencers, musicians, artists, and actors, I'm telling you, there's nothing wrong. Have your favorite actor, have your favorite music, vibe with that, but don't live your life and focus all your energy to connect and be one with them. You know why? Because think about it. When's the last time in your life you had to call an influencer for help? You think they're going to respond? When's the last time you needed assistance? Let's say your tire was flat on the side of the road. Your house, electrical went down, plumbing went down. To me personally, I feel like we focus our attention on the wrong things, wrong direction. The reality is, I see it as like, I'd rather get to know and focus all my attention on when I meet somebody who's a doctor, a lawyer, an electrician, a plumber, a real estate investor, a broker. Because why? Those people, when you bring them in, they are going to bring some value to your life. They're going to bring value or ease to an issue you may have in the future. So why wouldn't I invest in that? Why wouldn't I network and put more time on social media, friending these people and bringing them more into my circle and connecting with these individuals? Why? Because I know they bring that value to my life. Me following musicians who are millionaires, multimillionaires who don't give a crap, don't even know who you are. They don't care. All they care about is your money. All right. Now, aside from all that, let's get back to this. So the halftime show, right off the bat, I will say, I thought it went really well. In my opinion, I was kind of hoping, because I saw the algorithm, I saw all the politicized, all the stuff coming down that, oh, he's going to come out wearing a dress. NFL went woke, all this stuff. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Here we go again. This is what we do. We do this. We like to politicize everything. If they were saying the hot dog dudes weren't serving relish, guess what? We will find a way to politicize that because they weren't providing relish with their hot dogs. We will find a way to politicize that. And that's just the world we live in. Let's count on each other to be logical and find some common sense in this uncommon world. I thought the show went well. I thought the show was excellent. It was very entertaining. It was a very culturalistic kind of style of show, which is what you get when you get Bad Bunny. And you're also tailoring to a culture that is just like expanded. Almost 70% of the globe is that culture. You're going to bring more money to the NFL when you do stuff like that. And that's why they did that. Now, I didn't see anything wrong with it. It was entertaining. It was very cultural based. And I respect that. I definitely respect that. And there wasn't really I didn't see no political motives behind that. I didn't see any of that. In fact, what I did see was at the end, it was like love is more powerful than hate kind of message. I thought it was a very good message. And I saw a lot of videos. A lot of people are posting, they're sitting in the stands. They're showing people not dancing. They're showing all this stuff. If any of you guys haven't been to a live sports show or a professional NFL game, I would use that because I've been to a few of them. The entertainment you see on the field when you're in the stands is way different than what you see on TV. The Super Bowl halftime show is designed for television. That's the only way you're going to get the best experience because it's literally designed and formatted for camera angles, camera movement, the audio, the quality. Everything is designed for the viewer on the television. When you're in the stands, they only probably put it on a big Jumbotron screen. Other than that, you're just going to see that angle from where you're seated. And the stadium already is going to be so loud. People are going to be talking. There's some drunk dude throwing beer, probably behind you, spilling popcorn. Someone just spilled your beer on the floor. It's not exactly where you're going to go for. You're going for the football game. And so it's not going to be the same experience. I didn't even pay attention to all that. I hope you guys didn't because you got too much going on when you're at the football game anyways. In halftime, when you go to the football game and you're having beers and you're having a good time and you already tailgated, guess what you're doing at halftime? You're lining up for the bathroom and there's probably a long line, especially in a stadium. So back to the show, I thought it went well. It was very cultural. I respect that, because the United States, we as a country, we have so many different cultures. And you know what? Let's learn about them. That's what you do. I'm sorry, the Super Bowl is probably not the venue that you want that, but guess what, dude? It's not the end of the world. I promise you will get over it. And I promise there's going to be multiple shows, but I just hate the fact that we like to politicize everything. But I really hope we just learn from this. This isn't something that we're going to dwell on. It's just sad to say that right now I'm seeing a lot of people dwelling on this and it irritates me. But when you look at the logic, the baseline decisions and the motives behind them, money, you'll learn that's why things are done the way they're done. When you have an organization like the NFL, which is a private organization, they're going to be an organization that is going to make decisions based off that business to bring more money. If there's anything I'm going to say, people get spun up over this. You want to know if there's something you want to get spun up on. How about get spun up on the fact that if you want to sit in the nosebleeds, top upper deck where you need binos to see the game, you know how much that ticket's going to cost you? $3,000. For a majority of us, that's like our mortgage right there. A month's mortgage just to get the ticket. That's not even the hotel. That's not the travel. That's not the food. That's not anything else. It's just going to cost that just to get the ticket to sit in the nosebleeds. We're going to talk about the halftime show? Dude, come on. NFL, how about show us a little discount love, or something like that, but make it affordable for all of us. But no, we're going to talk about the halftime show because we're going to politicize it. But that's the society we live in. I promise you guys, I'm not going to lose sleep over it, and I hope you guys don't lose sleep over it. The NFL is going to do whatever they want to do. They don't care about you. You want to know what they care about? Is money. Say it with me now. Money. That's right. So I would encourage you guys this. Don't fall for the smoke. Don't fall for the noise that's surrounding you and surrounding this. And for the love of everything that's good on this earth, don't let it ruin your passion for football because it's still one of America's greatest sports. It's what we bring to the world. And if anything, you can look at the goodness of that. Look at the goodness and the fact that I can wear that Dolphins jersey, you can wear that Cowboys jersey, you can wear that 49ers jersey, and you can fly overseas and travel, and you're going to find some Bubba in there in that airport to be like, hey, bro, go Niners. Hey, bro, go Cowboys. You're going to find that, and you're going to have a common bond because the NFL is expanding. Our sport, that's right, America's sport, is now infiltrating the international world. And thanks to Bad Bunny, he's helping us out. So, thank you, Bad Bunny. And yeah, keep throwing down some of those tracks, man. I get down to them. And I hope you guys too. Don't that's it. That's it. All right. Hey guys, stay grounded. Continue to find comfort in your chaos. And I'll see you in the next episode.